Welcome, everybody. My name is Joseph Tittel, aka Spiritman JT, and I am here as a bringer of love, light, truth, predictions, and prophecy. Be sure to subscribe down below. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the chilly Sedona, Arizona. It is very chilly here, very stormy, if you can see that behind me. Today is the 5th of October. Be sure, as I said, to subscribe down below, click the bell, and click the all to ensure that you actually get the notifications that you deserve to get when you are a subscriber. And I thank all of you for your love and your support, and for whichever way you do that, whether it's through your subscribing, following, being a friend of our community on Awaken Your Spirit community. All the links are down below. And of course, I always thank you for your chat cash. And even down below after live streams, there's even a thanks button where people can easily donate through there, or preferably through PayPal. That helps support me, help me to support you with this work and predictions, which takes a lot of work and a lot of time consuming to do. Just make sure that I am live, right? I am. Perfect. So let's get on with the show, shall we? Welcome, my beautiful friends. Today is October 5th, 2021, and this is an urgent predictions come true update as we are experiencing the opening of Pandora's box. I'm going to reflect back on some of the amazing, precise predictions that all just came true in just this past weekend, including Pandora's box, which was open. And now we get to peer deep inside to see what this means for the future. As I bring you lots of love and light, as always, but lots of truth and some predictions to go along with it. Thanks for joining me. So we're going to be talking about a lot today, but not too much, but important things. Starting with the whole Facebook being down, which was in one of my predictions. So let me actually show you that little clip that I made to make it a little bit easier for me and a little better for you. Earlier this year, I made very specific predictions revolved around social media platforms, including Facebook and Instagram. I spoke about Facebook and Instagram platforms being taken down for quite a long period of time, which, as most of you probably already know by now, that Facebook and Instagram was down for the most part of yesterday. For me in Arizona, it was at least 5 hours. And yes, you could go on there, but you wouldn't get any further than the posts that were posted prior to the outage. This was a global outage. I received emails and messages from people in Australia, India, the UK, all talking about the Facebook internet platforms being down. But this is what's important that I need to share with you. Not only is this another prediction that comes true, but there's a lot more to go to with this. And to add to those predictions, and to give you a prediction right now, Twitter and people that like to tweet is about to experience the same thing. But why exactly did this happen? Why did Facebook take the platform down? Was it an accident? Was it coincidence? Or was it more like neither and a planned event? And I'm going to tell you why, as I did in my predictions when I predicted that this would happen. Going all the way back, and I was trying to search through my predictions today, and for people that are on my Subscribe Star platform, Awaken Your Spirit, I just started to post the notes that I take and the predictions as they're channeled through. Going back when I was trying to look for my predictions revolved around the whole Facebook thing. But again, folks, this is just the beginning of the outages with the internet and with social media, just like I predicted with power outages and wait for the winter time and wait for my winter video. And again, my top 20 predictions for October into the rest of the year. Be sure to subscribe below. They'll be coming up later this week. But they have an internet kill switch, folks, an internet kill switch to block folks from posting during protests or other events that go against government guidelines in their eyes. This kill switch has been used quite frequently already, but it's going to be used even more quite frequently in the future. But in the past, it's been used in places like China. The internet kill switch. So the reason for Facebook and Instagram outage goes back to my original prediction that it would have shut down their entire system in order to reboot a newly updated artificial AI program. So, and again, the reason, one of the main reasons, there's quite a few reasons behind this, but part of the reason was to reboot their system. And in order to do a system with 3 billion followers, they're going to be out for hours and hours upon end. And lots of people, Facebook junkies, Instagram junkies, went out of their minds, but it was out no matter where you were. You could see certain things, but you couldn't see anything prior to the outage. But taking Facebook into an even larger face recognition system, because that's what Facebook is a face recognition system. And it recognizes now your pictures if you go into your settings, which I will urge you all to go into your settings. And I'll talk about that in a moment. But this is also a system of tracking all of us on a much deeper, much more illegal, as far as the United States constitutional rights are concerned, way more so, tracking of actually minors and children on an even deeper scale, with attempts to bring children from platforms like TikTok over to Facebook, being it has the largest amount of subscribers. You know, Facebook, 3 billion subscribers. TikTok, not that many, but TikTok is all the younger people. And that's part of what this new system that they installed in tracking your kids on a deep level. But this is also a part of the deep state Illuminati cabal, whatever you want to call them, their pedo ring that they have, that they run, their underground pedo ring of children. It gives them now the ability to take more children from countries with less risk of actually being caught. So that's part of what the system is. This takedown was very well planned by Facebook, and was also for them to wipe their systems clean of illegal activities. But I feel it is too late for that, folks. It is too late, and Facebook is being tracked itself by those in the underground law enforcement in different countries, tracking what they're doing and their illegal activity as part of their great big takedown that will happen in the future. Then again, I predicted back in 2016 of mass arrests and things that people say is happening, and it is not happening. Although, just to throw this in, you know, Hillary Clinton's lawyer was just indicted on charges of lying, treason, or whatever else. So it's beginning. It's starting to happen. But 2022, another prediction for you, will go down as having more missing children and more deaths than any year previous. So something else to look forward to 2022. Keep your kids protected. Keep your kids safe. Go into your IG and your FB settings. You need to go on those social media platforms because they automatically opt you in for things, and they can track everything through your phone. So one of the good things that you can attempt to do is go into your settings of your phone and on your computer and go under the app, like Facebook app, and you'll see a microphone turned on automatically. And that was there before they did Facebook Live. So why would they need to record you? So you got to go into your settings because they did something with our settings. Now let's go over to my whistleblower predictions, because this is quite interesting in itself. Because I talked about in the past 3 whistleblowers, two, perhaps 3. I was getting 2, 3. I was getting stuck between that number, and I was feeling that this was huge. This was the biggest whistleblow thus far, and I wasn't sure if 2 of the 3 were coming together, you know, with information and putting it out together, you know, 2 become 1. But this past weekend, we had 2 big whistleblowers, one this weekend and one today, actually, going back to the social media platforms. A huge whistleblower who worked for Facebook is on the Senate floor testifying today. You should watch that. You should listen to that. It talks about how they want your kids. She tells the truth. And already there's websites like, you know, that debunk, you know, truth and call it conspiracy, already saying that, well, she worked for such and such and she's connected to this or that. Doesn't matter who she's connected to. She blew the whistle today on the Senate floor. And this is going to become huge, folks. And I'll get more into that as I go further. But that would be the whistleblower today. So my prediction of 2 to 3 whistleblowers, I'm thinking, because I separated the 2 and then the third, that those 2 were what just happened. And then there's a third coming. That's how my interpretation of that prediction is that I made. But I stated that there would be, again, 2 or 3. I was not really clear, but we can get that clarity now. Your comments down below. The events of this past weekend and today, Facebook whistleblower on the Senate floor is huge. This is really, really huge, folks. And this is all about tracking, again, of our little kids and their greed for money and growing their platform even larger. Because the larger their platform, the more face recognition, the more money they get backed by governments. But also, Zuckerberg made some kind of an agreement with China. And that has to do a lot with what their platform being taken down and being put back up again. And I feel like they're underground combining with TikTok. I wouldn't be surprised if you see in the future, and this is just now coming to me, that they purchase, the Facebook company purchases TikTok. Don't be surprised. But as I predicted before, Facebook would face major tribulations in the future. And Facebook would have major problems on the stock market and everything to come. But there's more to this, and I got more predictions to go on this. There's a lot of information. So was my prediction 2 separate whistleblowers coming out at the same time, or did it happen this weekend and today? The second largest leak was done, and this is where we get to Pandora's box. Again, windy, the storms are coming. The second largest leak to date was done by hundreds of reporters who globally launched an investigation, releasing 11.9 million papers called the Pandora Papers. The biggest leak of offshore data ever, folks, ever. A way for the elite to hide their money, to escape taxes, of course, make us all pay, and suffer, and why they hide all their money and do things with all their money. And this is really a system, the offshore, made by criminals for criminals. Period. Papers show that even Putin, the leader of Russia, supports a secret relationship and an actual daughter he had with that relationship outside of Russia. Many world leaders were called out, folks. A massive, massive leak. Like I said, even Jordan's King Abdullah used offshore accounts to purchase over $100 million in real estate in both the United States and the UK for open houses. You can hide your money in the US and other places too. So let me show you this interesting clip that we can actually hide money now again everywhere, not just here, but you can hide your money. But let me show you this clip of Obama real quick.
The building in the Cayman Islands where 12,000 companies supposedly are located. Now that's either the biggest building in the world or the biggest tax ripoff in the world.
There you go. That was from 2007 with Obama. But we think of offshore accounts as being, exactly that, an offshore account. But is it actually true? Nah, probably not.
The building in the
that's the wrong one. Sorry, we just did that one, didn't we? Go back. This one.
You may actually think that hiding your money in offshore accounts means hiding it outside the United States. But did you know, right here, within our country, United States of America, in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, you can hide your money where they do already. Hundreds of billions of dollars are being hidden right here at this bank in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, by the elite celebrities and leaders of countries, hiding their money free of taxes, right in the United States of America.
So all you criminals out there might be watching this channel right now, and all you awful, awful, horrible people that don't pay your damn taxes that should be hung by your you-know-whats, you can go right down there to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and hide your money there. Yeah, all you pedos and all you cabal people, but guess what? You're busted. You're busted. And it's only going to get worse for you. I love it. I love the Great Awakening, folks. You got to admit what great times we are in. Not always the funnest times, but what great times are we in right now? Watching them flush down the toilet. But let's go back. I want you to remember some of my predictions from August, top 20 predictions, number 17. Because this is something that's going to start to come into fruition soon. I see people rushing to ATM machines in banks to withdraw money. Fights at banks, excuse me, I can read my own notes. And people gather outside. This
will begin overseas in a small warning first before becoming a viral global issue. On August 8th, I said the beginning stages of economic collapse has begun. This will become evident in Australia, Canada, and parts of Asia. The euro is about to collapse into a new currency. Talks about this are being conducted behind closed doors. These doors will spring a leak. And that's why I wanted to put that in there. I said that on August 8th. So I think that Pandora's box is part of that leak with these new currencies that maybe we haven't gotten it all out yet, but it's coming. You guarantee you it's coming, folks. And let me go back to July 16th, because this is just a little warning for right now. A brutal winter is coming, folks. Prepare yourself. Large power outages, winter months as well. Lights out plan is what the name of their plan is. So what does this all mean? And let me give you some predictions. You're going to see Apple updates on your phone, and this is going to include Samsung too. So, just because you think, Apple is definitely, think about it. Adam and Eve take a bite out of the apple. Look at their symbol on the back of their phone, which my phone's in a case right now. But, the symbol on the back of your phone. Take a bite out of the apple, the evil apple, and Adam and Eve, and the story of Adam and Eve. That's where you get your Apple phone from. That's where all that information comes from. But you're going to see Apple updates, and even on your Samsungs, be aware that will align with actually Facebook in a weird, kind of creepy way. So when you see your software update, and I'm getting this information now, if you update your phone when it's updating and reboots, hurry up and go to Facebook, and you'll see that it's still uploading or upbooting. So that information I just got right now. We have to keep our eyes directly on the new terms agreement on your phone and on Facebook, except Facebook is hiding theirs. So this is where I go into check your settings. You have to go onto a regular computer, not your phone, with Facebook to access all your settings. They have that set up for that reason too, because of course, you can't access everything on your phone. So they're going to make sure, you have to go on a computer. I don't know if IG is the same way, probably is, but you have to go in there and really scan through it with a fine tooth comb. And the next time you have to agree to one of those agreements that are 52 pages of microscope reading, I want somebody to keep an eye out for that. Make sure, you comment or message through Facebook when you find these new agreements, because what I got today from Spirit was in this new agreement with both, upcoming agreement with, Apple when they do it, and also Facebook, probably IG too. It's going to say literally in there, they're going to incriminate themselves from the information that's in there. But nobody reads it, and they feel that way, and nobody cares. So keep an eye out for that. You're going to see creepy things start to appear on your phone and on your Facebook from just simple, and I know it's happening already, from conversations that you have in your own home or in your car, or text messages that you send. And then suddenly, it happened to me. I'm looking for a recipe for peaches. I gotta look for a recipe for peaches. And then all of a sudden, all these recipes show up for peaches. That's already happening on a certain way. But what I got today is it's going to be creepy, and you're going to see creepy things appear from conversations and things you had. Think about things you think of too, because I swear they're in your head. An entire creepier level is coming. Soon, Facebook is going to attempt to launch its own currency within its platform first, making it Facebook money, so to speak. Not money you can spend here, but money you can spend in Facebook. Taking your regular currency and transferring it over to Facebook currency. And when they launch this, once you buy the currency, you can't cash it in. You can't put $100 of your regular money into it and expect to get that $100 back. It goes into Facebook. So if you make money on there through their Facebook currency, it only stays through Facebook for now. And that's information that I got today, but some of it what I just said just came to me now. Its own currency within its platform. I urge you all, please do not apply or use this currency when it comes. Do not apply, do not use this currency, because it will end up being connected to the world currency, the new world order, and the one world government, one world religion, and one world currency. Do not plug into it. They're going to use Facebook because it's got the largest platform of, again, 3 billion people. And the last thing I saw today in my visions was I saw Zuckerberg back in the Senate. We've seen this before, but this time I see him being torn to shreds. This is happening in 2022. I mean, it might start late this year, but it's happening in 2022. And so these are the updates of whistleblowers and things that I've said, what's going to come out of this. Be prepared, because I know a lot of people, I have friends out of the country, and you know, how do we communicate? Through FB, you know, Facebook is the way to go. That's why there's so many subscribers to it. That's why they have such a large platform. But I've seen, even through my fan page on Facebook, where back in the day I could post stuff and you would see it, or you can opt in to see it. But now you won't see it unless I pay for you to see it. And I used to advertise greatly on Facebook back east. I spent thousands of dollars a year advertising through there for events at hotels and things. But since I've been out here, very rarely. I try to withdraw from that, because they changed all their advertising to a point that it's so tricky and so deceptive that you're just throwing your money out to nothing. And they have click farms, if you're not aware of that, where when you pay to advertise, they have these places in foreign countries where they have people that just click on your ads all day long to make money go up. And I caught them because I targeted a specific audience, Philadelphia, PA, 20-mile radius. And when I went into my analytics, I saw all these clicks from one particular foreign country, just one. I didn't advertise there. Why are they clicking on my ads? I only advertised in Philadelphia. So these are the things that are coming out. The truth. Folks, we are in Mercury retrograde pre-shadow. We're stepping into the direct retrograde. We have a new moon coming up. Lots of amazing things. But, you know, at the same time, lots of craziness is happening. You see people going crazy right now. And it's going to escalate. And you have to unplug from that energy. You got to stay grounded. You got to stay centered. You got to stay protected. Envision yourself in a white golden light. Keep yourself grounded to the earth through grounding meditations. And always know we have spirit allies from the animal, plant, and insect kingdom that protect us, to keep us whole. And stay unplugged. When somebody's energy, you feel like you're plugging into it, reach out like you're pulling a plug out of the wall and say to yourself, I am unplugging from your energy. Thank you. Works for me every time. I am unplugging from that energy. Thank you. Unplug, because it's going to only get more chaotic. We're coming up on Halloween, their great Sabbath, where Satanists, like, they pray on that. That's their biggest one. You know, it's a big holiday for many traditions. You know, in Mexico, they have the Day of the Dead. You know, we have Samhain, where we honor our ancestors, but they use that energy for evil. And it's intense every year. Last October, you think was intense? We just stepped into this. But it's a good intense, because truth is starting to be unveiled. Truth is being unveiled, and the elite are starting to run scared, especially after this big whistleblow. And literally hundreds of reporters came together to release those 11.9 million documents. That's a lot of documents to go through, and they think nobody's going to go through them. That's the other thing. There's people going through them like a fine tooth comb, and this is only going to get better and better and better to bring them down. But it's going to take some time. They're not going down anytime soon. This whole false arrest thing and all these people that are supposedly executed, it's BS, folks. Do not believe it. It hasn't happened yet. So until the next time, folks, thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I love you, my friends. Thank you for whatever chat cash you may have put through. And I'm going to jump on YouTube real quick because I can't do everything at once. ADHD won't let me do that. I see. I list them at the top for you, and it doesn't. I don't know what's up with that. But I see Patricia. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, anybody else. And directly, because your support means the world to me, and it allows me to have the ability to put this stuff together for you, to spend time in meditation, getting this information. Some of it not always fun to receive or see. But until the next time, be sure to subscribe below, celebrate life, celebrate you, celebrate the amazing you that you are. And more than anything, celebrate the amazing blessings and miracles and the flows of abundance, joy, and happiness to flow into your life each and every moment of every day. The more you do, the more flows of abundance, joy, and happiness you receive. The more you bitch and complain, of course, the more the universe will give you to bitch and complain about. Spiritman JT signing off. Namaste. Have a great day. Much love. What happened to it? There it is.